What is up, guys? Fonzarelli, Fell-Handed here. Today we are going to meet the Colorado. Just purchased this bad boy, and this is my very first game in it on Two Brothers. As you can see here, we've gotten the southern spawn, and we are heading towards the eastern side of the map. Now, this is a base model Colorado. Nothing has been done to it, no upgrades, no modifications. Bone stock for all intents and purposes. And we are heading towards the eastern side here on Two Brothers, and we're going to kind of start to quarter away, use our gun range to our advantage, as well as try to get behind one of those islands out there, kind of, take some cover just in case things go pear-shaped. I have a battleship passing me going to the other side. Does not bode well for little old me, but you know what? We're going to go out here. We're going to see if we can't make it happen and possibly, start to put some numbers up on the board. Not necessarily seeing anything yet. We really would like a DD screen out here. We do have this gentleman out here with us, which will hopefully protect us from the other DDs. There's two other DDs on the team, so we do have that to look out for. We do have some battleship backup coming with us, which is always a good thing. You don't necessarily want to be all alone in the end zone, so to speak. We do have a gentleman pushing up right here. We're going to see if we can't get a firing solution on him, send some rounds his way. He is quite a distance away, not necessarily used to this massively large gun range, but I tell you what, I am enjoying it. And I immediately realized it did by default load in high X, so possibly could have really did a number on somebody, but you know what, it's okay. We did a little bit of damage. We've got a fire already, so yeah. It's not necessarily what we wanted, but I'll take it. It is what it is, let's put it that way. So we've got a little bit of cover here. We're coming behind, and we're trying to keep the hull angled up just a little bit. We're kind of right in the middle of a turn, and I'm afraid if I don't turn now, obviously I'm going to hit that island there to my current 12 o'clock as the hull lies, but I'm afraid they're going to kind of get out of range because, as you can see, they're not necessarily committing, but they're kind of skimming the edge of their gun range as well. So we're kind of all on the same page as far as gun range goes. But you know what? We need to make that work to our advantage. Boom! Just remove that gentleman off the map. Said it'll get out of here. We're up to 20 plus K already. Excellent shot. Made that really work for our favor there. So we're very happy with that. So we're continuing forward there. As you can see, out in front of us there, we have some good coverage. And that's the thing about battleships, guys. These things are not standalone ships. You really have to have adequate support in order to make these things work. Much like, rolling, for example, say a heavy tank in World of Tanks, you don't really want to go out there on your own, or you're going to get surrounded by the faster moving, ships, what have you. And it's just not a good look. So you have to have some support in order to make these ships a viable, piece that you can use on the battlefield. So now we have a gentleman here, as you can see here, to our 9 o'clock. We're kind of switching targets here, trying to find out who is giving up the better side shot, essentially. We're going to go take a Hail Mary shot on that gentleman right there, see what happens. This fella right here just keeps getting spotted and unspotted. Now, once again, guys, we are kind of trying to keep our hull in a position where we can kind of react quickly. As you can see there, we didn't take a ton of damage that last go right there, and now we're going to start to quarter away because we're kind of in an area where we have a decent, a little bit of range to play with here, so to speak. We have some we can kind of work with. We don't necessarily have to be stingy with our range and have to be really choosy with our targets because we have multiple targets in range, and we can kind of angle up here to really make some things happen. We're at a very good angle right here. If we do get fired upon, very minimal damage there. As you can see there, nothing really much happened for that gentleman. However, he is giving us a very, very reasonable side shot here. We're going to see if we can't make the most out of this broadside, get all of our guns on target, and away we go. Let's see what happens. It's looking like a really, really good shot there, and we took a piece of him. Didn't exactly shut him down, but you know what? I'll take death from 1,000 cuts if need be. We're at 47k right now, and we're still going. You know, we're still out here. We're still keeping the guns running. We're still trying to, you know, keep our hull right. So the downside is, however, said island I was referring to earlier, we kind of have to cut around it. We don't really have much of a choice because they are encroaching on our position, and we are in defensive mode right now. All the support we had over here has just disintegrated, and it's just little old fell-handed himself over here alone. And what we're going to do here is we're going to try our best to kind of work the rear guns and just continue our defensive posture. Keep the rear end pointed towards the bad guys, aft, tank them, so to speak. And now we're going to see if we can't, you know, possibly lay some shots on this gentleman right here. We're going to go ahead and use a repair kit. If there was ever a time for a repair kit, it is now. Boom! Aft guns for the win. Remove that gentleman off the map, and we are still pushing on. Still really stacking the damage at this point, folks. 70,000. First game out. Very, very happy with this. Considering, you know, how poorly things went for us, because we went over here and our backup pretty much got eliminated, and now we're kind of fleeing for our lives. But you know what? That's fine, because we're just going to continue to aft tank these folks, and then we're going to just hit them with those 2 super firing guns in the rear of the ship. And that's realistically all we can do, because if we swing out long enough to get bring the 2 4 guns into play, it's going to be bad for us. So we just need to keep it moving, keep making things happen. And the idea here is we're going to go back to our lines there, the cap. As you can see, what I'm kind of heading towards, we need to get that cap, and we need to kind of get in there to where we can maybe get some help from the allies, because right now we are not getting anything. We are the only thing over here for these folks to shoot at. And gosh, you never want to be the only thing on the map or in a quadrant or in a AO for somebody to shoot at. You don't want that. That is not a good look for you, because you will get absolutely decorated. And even if you're in a battleship and it's, you know, your cup of tea and you're good at it and blah blah blah, you're still going to get pooped on, because people will shoot high X at you when they realize they can't do a whole lot of damage to you, and so on and so forth. So right now we're kind of laying in a little bit of an ambush. We know this gentleman is coming across the back here. He's coming to try to murder us. We're posted up right here. We figure we're tired of running. Let's just wait. We've got the guns in a good position, and the hull isn't super bad as far as, you know, when he gets ready to shoot us. We're going to go ahead and fire off at him, see what we do right there. It's looking pretty decent, and we just don't get it. We do not kill the poor guy. He is left alive, and now he is going to DPM us. We tried our best. It wasn't enough. We immediately put the fire out, but I have a feeling there are more fires coming. Now, we might be able to get him with the aft guns. We've done it before. We're just waiting on a reload, and it looks like if we can connect with the aft guns, it is a wrap for this gentleman right here. We're going to fire one at a time, because we're really hoping to make it happen. And man, it just doesn't even do it. It kind of splits the uprights. It goes over him. It just does not happen. And we are fully aware we are going to die at this point. So now we're just kind of swerving. We're trying to make his shots miss, which worked magically right there. And we're still waiting on these aft guns to load. As soon as they load, immediately we're going to send it down the line and see if we cannot get this guy off our back. Boom! We managed to kill him. The last rounds come through and catch us on fire, eliminating us. harrowing is the only way to describe this game, folks. That is the only way I can describe it. It really, really was no joke. My poor Colorado is rolling over and sinking to the bottom of the channel there. But as you can see there, our team is outnumbered 2-1. It's not a good look for us, and they, quickly dispatch the rest of the team. But we ended up doing quite a bit of damage there. We had a lot of fun. First game, unupgraded, went out there, made our presence known, made it happen. Had a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Colorado is a nice, nice ship. Highly recommend you pick one up. 75,724, 261,000 credit, silver, what have you. Guys, I really hope you enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification button and stop by the stream Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern, and let me know if you'd like to join me. Guys, I hope you enjoy. We'll see you next time.